Could you throw some light to what a business school graduate or an engineering graduate, since you're from the back, so what is your message to the young graduates, what they really need to do? Is it grades, CGPA, or is it beyond the grades they need to focus on?
You mean while they're in school or
while
afterwards?
They're in school, to get employed, to flourish in the corporate world. What is your message for the young graduates?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not an expert in what it takes to get hired. So to get employed, meaning that what gets you an offer versus not, that's sort of outside my purview. But I definitely stay in touch. I get to know my students so well, so they stay in touch over the years. So I have lots of Facebook friends, I can, and LinkedIn friends, and I see my students a lot. I probably see at least one a week. My former students come back and stay in touch, or I try to see them when I travel. And I've learned a lot from them. I think that while they're still students, I really encourage my students to look at each course and each learning experience as potentially opening a new door for them, and to say, now that I've had this experience, what more do I need to learn? So don't just plan your whole education from day one. As you go, as you learn new things, say, what new thing do I now need to learn that I didn't even know I needed to learn? And use the resources to do that. Be active in charting your own path and following your interests, passions, and insights step by step as much as you can within the university. Sometimes you may not be able to sign up for a class, but you can convince the professor to let you audit it or just sit in on it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe, so there are all kinds of ways to shore up your knowledge that if you're creative. I think that's really important. The other thing I encourage students to do is to develop relationships with not only peers but also faculty, but to do so from a substantive point of view. So just going and saying, I want to talk to you because I want you in my Rolodex or my LinkedIn profile, that's not very helpful. I don't have much time for that. But come in to me and say, I have 10 hours, I'd love to volunteer to do a project for you. You know, can I write up a case? Can I review? I really actually need those. There are lots of tasks I have that I actually save, and I'll give them to a student and say, okay, do this, come back in 2 weeks, and then we can talk. And if they're good, then maybe I'll actually bring them on to do research with me. So I do research using my MBA students, which is not very traditional, but I do with my MBA students as well as my master's and PhD students.